All right, Jordan, what's the update?
9 beers.
Deep or?
Going for it. 9 beer hunt.
Jordan says it's a 9 beer hunt and a 4 deer hunt with 3 guys with 3 tags.
It's opening day for mule deer in eastern Washington, and I'm headed out with Rick and Jordan to see what we can make happen. To call the area we're hunting high-pressured is such an understatement I can't use the term. Pumpkin patch is a closer description, but it doesn't convey the racetrack sounds as side-by-sides fly by, kicking up rocks and clouds of dust. The thing is, besides all that, there's a ton of deer here, and it's really accessible. So here's where we are.
We just stopped to kind of watch everything at first light. We can see a lot, which is nice. We've only seen like 15 people, so it's a ghost town out here. Look at the boys. The boys are just tearing this place apart with a glass. It's great.
It doesn't take long for the action to get started.
That's a big dog. It's legal.
We spot one nice buck coming out of a draw about 1,500 yards up the mountain.
Yeah, it's legal.
It's quickly joined by another buck, and both are legal, so the situation goes dynamic right away.
Well, a lot of stuff just happened. Found 2 legal bucks. They were pretty far off, so we made a play on them. Got closer. We're still far off, about 650. They were down in a hole, and there was a hunter on the other side that couldn't see them, but they definitely started winding him. Rick and Jordan and I split up to all kind of get a different angle. There was another 2 hunters that had seen them. They were a little bit behind us, but they had seen them. So those guys were looking to make a play too. He rolled over the next hill to the cut they went into, and both of them were there. Rick and I both lined up. I shot, dropped one. The other one, it looked like Rick hit low, but I was still, coming back from the recoil of the rifle. So he might have hit it. He's checking for blood and rolling over the next hill with Jordan looking for it right now. So I just waiting for this guy. He'll probably start taking care of it. It's nice, I'm in the shade. Got quite the operation going here. Got it hung, caped out. I'm gonna start quartering it. Rick's gonna debone it. We're gonna try to get everything off here. We got blood on that other deer. Lost the blood trail, so we're just gonna get this taken care of. Then we're gonna go see if we can find that other one. What do you think, Rick?
That sounds good to me. Hopefully we run into it.
October, what did we say, 12?
12.
You gotta love it, Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're getting loaded up. Me and Rick are. Jordan's up keeping an eye out for that other buck. So we're gonna go see what we can do, see if we can turn it up, find some more blood, or push the canyon, see if we can get it to stand up. We'll see. We found it, Ricky.
I can't believe it was down there. That is crazy.
Makes sense.
Yes. Thanks for being the dog and going down there, man.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Turn that head around. Oh yeah, it's a good buck.
I was joking when I said we were going to get 2 last night.
Well, guess what?
Well,
Joke's on you.
Oh, do you see how the bullet went? Just shaved its hair off. It was quartered when I shot it. Like, it was looking at you like this, and I think that's me right there.
Just now?
No. The first shot when it dropped it.
Oh, okay. I thought Jordan shot.
It was me.
Oh, nice.
I just got down on my knee and I just It was, you know what, to be crazy, from over there, from there to right there, it's only 180 yards. So
Yeah.
like that wasn't that far of a shot.
I could only see Jordan, so I thought he shot.
I can't believe that worked out. That's so awesome.
$2 down, dude. Nice.
Nice.
Jordan shuttling the packs back and forth. He gave in. He's using the trekking poles. First time ever. It's on film, so he can't dispute it. There's first deer hanging. Taking care of this one. I like doing the tree thing now.
Yeah, it's worth it, I think.
Yeah, it's worth it. If there's one close, it's worth it. You get it?
Rip its fucking head off.
Love it. Jordan, hold that other one up. There it is. Truck's in sight. There it is, buddy. You made it. There they are, unloaded. Ricky's is definitely older. It was a little bit bigger bodied, had more fat, but if you look at the nose, that's definitely an older buck. That's why you picked that one, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk about how when we communicated not at all and we both picked a different buck?
That's why I let you shoot first, since you saw him first, and then.
But you said you were on the other one though.
Yeah, I'm not joking though. That deer rolled in front of my scope, so I couldn't even get a shot off on what I don't even know if it was that one, but yeah, no, it was crazy. This whole day's crazy.
Double buck down.
The next day, Isaac joins Jordan and I for an evening hunt. We're in a new area with some different terrain, and we're hoping to be able to make something happen. We don't find any bucks, but Isaac glasses up a bear late in the evening.
He's behind some bushes. He's coming out now to the right.
It turns out to be fairly small and on the opposite side of a really terrible looking canyon.
He's all over the place though. He went down and up.
Yeah.
I didn't beg Isaac not to shoot, and therefore making me cross that canyon in the dark, but it's about as close to begging as you're gonna get. He agrees, and at least for today, neither the bear or I have to worry about dying in that canyon.
It's almost, if you see that big tall stump, it's almost to that.
Well, I hiked up here for first light to just do some glassing. I can see quite a bit. And I ended up picking up a couple of bucks, probably a mile away or so. They just bedded, so I'll just keep checking to see if they move, but I'll probably make a play. They're both large, but I couldn't pick out more than just 2 on each side for each. But they're laying down now. They were pretty tall and wide, so I'm assuming they've got a third point at least. So I can figure out what to do here. They'll probably rebed in a couple hours. Get down, stay out of sight, play the wind. Hopefully set up for perfect shot. Maybe a few hundred yards away. Gonna get as high as I can before moving up and over to relocate. So here we go. Trying to get a good angle to relocate. They're in kind of a ditch, it seems like. Well, I just shot at a pretty decent bucket, 286. he's just standing there trying to figure out what's going on, and it's been like 15 minutes. So I think I'm gonna sit here longer and see if anything is coming up, or if anything turns up. I'm hoping he's just piled up behind that sagebrush. But gosh, I just don't know, and in case it was a clean miss, I don't want to blow out this other illegal bug. I don't know, so I'm just gonna sit here for a while and watch this buck do his thing.
There's like a lot going on right now. Ike has a nice buck down. He found two, shot one. Pretty sure it's down right where he shot. And there's a second one that didn't run off and bedded down. So he's sitting there with eyes on it. I'm busy watching two sick kids, but there's a babysitter coming in a little bit. Buggy is rolling over the mountains with a tag on the phone, trying to turn in some lawyer stuff that's way over my head. So he's balancing, not getting a speeding ticket, driving over here to shoot his first buck and doing his job, which is pretty important. And then Jesse is gonna meet me here in a little bit. And when the babysitter and Buggy get here, us four are gonna load up. Ike's just sitting on that other buck watching it. So yeah, there's a lot gonna happen. So we're gonna figure it out. Ideally that buck stays there, beds down. We make a play on it, shoot the second buck, and then we got plenty of hands to get Ike's buck and the new one out all together. So that's ideal scenario. So we're crossing our fingers.
Okay, the buck just bedded at 260 yards, and the boys should be able to get up here in hopefully about an hour, so we can take this sucker down. I'm watching the second legal buck still, and God, I'm hoping that deer I shot at is just piled up behind the sagebrush. I am just hoping. It's been over an hour since I shot, and I'm still thinking that buck is piled up behind that sagebrush, but this other legal buck is standing there. Hasn't really moved from the area at all. So that's nice. I've been talking with the boys, and several of them are going to head up to get this second buck. So they should be here probably in another hour. In the meantime, I'm going to keep an eye on this guy and make sure it doesn't go nowhere out of sight. Hopefully they can get up here. Wind's good. Hopefully we can add 2 bucks down. That other buck's right down here. The boys will have to hike up here, get out of the wind. But my goodness, what a great day.
Well, just found Ike's buck. It was right below where we shot from. Buggy and Jesse shot. There's another buck down right over there. So Ike's coming down off this ridge. So we got some work to do. Good day. Look at this, boys. Dead bucks. Buggy, you were so responsible. I saw you got your earplugs in.
Oh yeah, I know that. Well, Ike shot it. I barely heard it.
Yeah, the wind's ripping. How long you been waiting to see this?
Guts, man, all
Shot him in the head. Levi said you shot him in the shoulder, but all evidence is pointing to something else. Oh my God.
What a dandy too.
Oh gosh. Hold him up for the camera. Can you try to put them back together for us, please? The great part is you can make it as wide as you want now.
Oh,
That is a really big deer.
that's a good deer.
That's a big deer.
That's great.
Isaac can't prove his buck was originally this wide, but no one can prove it wasn't. We start breaking down both deer and prepare for the trip out. There's still a ton of deer around, so Tyler is diligently watching in case another buck decides to pop out. Buggy's just hunting this year. He's just pounding the sage. Yes. All cut up, loading up, ready to head out. How's pack feel?
Not too bad.
Not bad.
I haven't started hiking yet, so.
No trekking poles?
No track with my puffy. And my water. It was a brush. It was a little brush. Getting in there.
Just a few days into deer season, and I'm helping carry out bucks number 3 and 4. In the sky shines the October full moon, often called the hunter's moon. This full moon is also a supermoon, which is the full moon at its closest point to Earth during its orbit. When a hunter's moon and a supermoon coincide, you get yourself a super hunter's moon. So with blood on our hands and packs heavy with meat, we walk under the light of a super hunter's moon. Background is, the choppy rocks and grass. Can you just put 3 points on them, please?
Well, Kenny and I are glassing just up of the river. Buggy's doing some fishing. We've been picking out some does in some of the cuts and just giving this hillside a good glassing sesh. And Kenny picked out a buck in one of the cuts 530 yards away. It's in a great little hidey hole, but it is a mature bruiser buck. We just got to figure out if it's got a third point. Isn't that right, Kenny?
Hoping. We've seen a big 2-point in here before, and we're hoping this is not him. The buck is well hidden, but we have a good approach. We can get on a ridge downwind from him in no time and have a shot under 200 yards. We just have to confirm he has a legal third point before we make a play. We watch for over an hour before he turns his head and breaks our hearts. No third point.
That would be good for some of the stuff.
Your Buggy, take a look.
Some, not all, but yeah. What did you say, Mike?
Son, Buggy, take a look here. He turned his head pretty good.
Oh, that's a stick behind it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right at dusk, the buck stands up to eat. He's quickly joined by another buck that we hadn't seen. Unfortunately, it's another 2x2, and all we can do is watch as the sun goes down. The next morning, we hike in before sunrise. The bucks haven't been feeding much in daylight, but we're hoping to catch one re-bedding as the sun comes up.
I do have my drone, buddy. That might make like a time lapse of the sunrise. Could be cool. Some good B-roll for content. Yeah, content. It's all about. It's an industry term. Yeah, it's all about. You guys will know. Dude, look at this guy, just not even caring about orange. Just doesn't even care. I'm not a pussy.
Elias finds a buck buried in a massive sage field. It appears to be a pretty good sized buck, but we have to get a closer look to know for sure. So Elias and I move in while Tyler and Isaac stay back and keep glassing. As Elias and I are closing the gap between us and the bedded buck, all hell breaks loose behind us.
Buddy just shot a buck. We've been looking for it. I just found it. I just called him back over. Can't wait to see his face when he gets over here.
There it lies.
Got shot?
That's how you're supposed to start off.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. A good spot.
Skyline just way better than black.
Okay, here's a short version of how this all went down. While Elias and I were closing distance on the bedded buck earlier, we walked right past another bedded buck hidden in a small cut.
Absolutely.
The buck waited till we passed and then tried to slip out the back door. Unfortunately for him, we had backup watching the whole thing go down, and Tyler got a great opportunity and was able to close the deal. Levi has a day off work and a tag to fill. The idea is to try to pick up that large buck Elias spotted a few days ago before we got sidetracked with Tyler's buck. We know he's probably still in this canyon, and we commit to spending all day looking at this spot. All we have to do is find out where he's hiding. It should be pretty easy, right? Our patience pays off. The buck shows up right at dusk, and we easily close to a manageable shooting distance. One problem. He's another massive 2x2. Probably the biggest bodied, non-legal buck any of us have ever seen in this area. Once again, all we can do is watch and wish an eye guard would somehow magically appear. But they just never seem to do it. It's a new day in a new county, and we're after a new species of deer. The Mitchum clan is up north for Washington's late season whitetail hunt. It's a trip the brothers do every year, and it sports a high success rate and even higher rate of goofing off. Once they get down to business, the boys start finding deer right away.
Distance 700 yards. 750.
So what's the game plan?
Shoot them. I'm seeing lots of deer. Got Elias and Jesse sitting up on top of the ridge behind us, basically playing Overwatch and spotting. Elias just called and said he saw another buck chasing a doe
across the top of this ridgeline out in front of us. We keep getting eyeballs on them. We just haven't been able to get into position in time. But they're moving, they're chasing hard, so I think we're gonna get one. Right, Joey? That's right. That's right. Just a matter of time. Well, we're making a play. We just got up here. You know, found a couple of does. The sun just came up. Sat down to glass a little more, and then not even 10 minutes went by and we got a buck. So we are gonna cut down from about 800 yards to about 350 or 4. See if we can get a shot. Well, we closed the distance, but in the process, they must have got up and moved. And we are going back to square one, getting back to our glassing point.
Yeah, we just got back to our glassing spot from earlier. We dropped down out of sight to basically cut the distance in half. We got to about 450. We got down there and popped up, and the buck had given us a slip. I think must have chased that doe or around the corner of the ridge line over there. Or about the same time as we started moving in, the sun came up over the ridge behind us, and I don't know, they might have just moved off into the timber, but anyways, back up here.
Well, we got a call from Elias and Jesse that they saw another group of deer coming out of the timber down here. So we're just kind of hoping that they pop out over there like the other deer did. And earlier when we stalked in on that buck, the fog rolled in and kind of screwed us over, so we've been sitting here ever since. Because this seems to be the cut where they like to come through, so we'll see.
Chamber another one. Oh no, it is right below the rocks, like Jesse said. Oh. He's still there, he doesn't know what happened. Oh my gosh, you're missing high, no way. Come down a couple clicks, he's standing there. Come down a click. Okay. There you
Got
go.
him. Joey, good job.
Chamber another one.
He's behind the trees is all. I think he's toast.
Keep him out.
4 bullets.
I'm keeping the streak alive.
That is your number, isn't it? Good job, bud.
Dude, good job.
Look at that patience.
Those are just hanging out there.
Well, they're looking down at them. They're like, I think something's
Dude.
wrong.
Let's go, baby.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
That is really cool.
Packing her out. Head for the house and the hot tub. And maybe a couple cervezas.
We spotted a buck moving in this morning. We're just trying to get a good line on him because there's a bunch of timber.
And just like that, another tag is filled and the whitetail season comes to an end. Back in mule deer country for late muzzleloader. The deer will be less pressured compared to modern rifle season, but muzzleloader means a greatly reduced lethal range. Levi and Isaac are in open country, so getting close enough to take an ethical shot takes skill and a whole lot of patience.
3x3 with eye guards. I mean a 3x4 with eye guards. Well, we've got a huge buck that we've been keeping an eye on for a few hours now. And we're just hoping they move off. He's following a doe around, hoping they move our way a little bit. So it's been raining for about 20 minutes now. They're up kind of moving around. That buck's pushing the doe a little bit, so we're hoping they give us a chance here.
The target buck continues to push the doe around, but they aren't moving quickly or far away. Eventually, they bed down, and Levi gears up for a stalk, while Isaac stays back to keep an eye on the deer and hand signal any changes in the situation.
He's down, huh? Oh my gosh. How unreal. Oh my word.
This kill definitely warrants a few extra grip and grins. It's the grand finale to one hell of a deer season.
Deer.
As always, we thank God for the opportunities and our successes. Also our wives and families for their support, without which none of this would be possible.
That is amazing. See those eye guards.